All right, welcome to another IELTS speaking practice by IELTS Johnny IELTS, and this is class IELTS 40. We have three students today, and they are doing their regular speaking practice, and everyone is super tired and busy. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's do part 1, topic number 18 today. Topic number 18 is about color. Or color. If you want to be British. Now, so what is your favorite color, Mr. Phúc? Yes, I'm asking you, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue.
And why is blue?
I don't know, because like it's look like nhẹ nhàng.
Because it looks mild. Nhẹ nhàng. It looks mild. It looks mild. Nhẹ nhàng. Vừa phải. Vừa. It looks mild, I mean it's not so strong color or something like that. Okay, so Phúc, tell me what's the color you dislike and why?
I think white is my dislike colors.
Yes, the color you don't like? Me too, I don't like white that much. But what's the reason why?
Because when I when I buy a shirt, a shirt is white, when it was dirty is very difficult to clean
it's difficult to remove the dirt, right?
Yep.
Well, you have a very strong detergent, you know. Well, we have very strong detergent these days. Có những cái thuốc tẩy và bột giặt rất là mạnh ngày nay, you know. Well, how about you, Young? What's your favorite color?
So I don't usually have a favorite color. I just have most used color.
What do you mean, the
sometimes
most used color?
Yeah, like I really like the neutral colors because it's easy to choose when I do everything. When I pick a cloth with neutral color, it's easier. My wall is white.
Oh no, I hate white and black.
Maybe just gray, just a gray wall,
Just
maybe
a gray
better.
wall.
And
okay.
my items, my books usually is gray to white, black. So I usually use neutral color.
Right. Besides from those neutral color, what's the color you dislike and why?
So I really don't like the color that is too shy because it's hard for me to see it or look directly to it.
It's hard for me to look directly at it, right? Look
directly
at it, right?
At it.
Right. So how about you, Miss Yeo? What's your favorite color?
Well, I would say I love all colors, but if I have to pick one, I think I prefer the blue because it reminds me of the color of sky color.
The sky. Blue.
Yes, it's peace. It gives me a sense of peace and
a sense
calm.
Of peace and comfort, right?
Yeah, calmness.
Sorry, a sense of peace and
calmness.
Like
sự thoải mái, sự bình tĩnh đó.
And calmness. Sự sự mà dịu xuống, sự mà nó bình tĩnh,
Chậm.
dịu xuống, không có bừng lên. Calmness. Okay, like that color, you see?
Yeah, that's good.
Well, tell me, Miss Diệu, do you prefer bright or dark colors?
I prefer bright colors because for me, dark colors sounds dangerous.
Dangerous.
And
Wow.
yeah, I have that
What
sense
do you
when
mean
I see
dangerous? What do you
people,
mean dangerous?
just the feeling when I see people wearing black clothes on the street
Clothes.
and
Clothes. Black
clothes on street,
clothes.
and nowadays many people wear black clothes on the street. I don't know why,
It's
but
me, yes.
I
It's
think I feel it's dangerous, and it reminds me
oh.
about the
It
villains.
reminds me of. It reminds me of. It
Reminds me
reminds me
of
of. Nó nhắc lại cho tôi về. It reminds me of
the
what?
villains in movies.
Okay.
Yeah, besides bright colors, fit my skin better.
Ah, so you must already have a brighter skin to look better with bright color. Em
No,
bắt buộc phải
no,
có da màu tốt, màu sáng hơn thì nó mới hợp với lại những cái đồ màu sáng vậy. Isn't it?
no. I don't think
No.
so. My skin is not bright.
Well, just stay indoor and then in under air conditioned room for like 24 hours per day like me and you will have brighter skin. And don't go out.
Vampire.
And don't go out and then suffer from vitamin D deficiency. From the lack of vitamin D, yeah. And you will
Unfortunately, I love
suffer
to be
from
outside.
depression as well, yeah.
I love to be outdoor.
Well, should be outdoor, I know. But whenever I go outdoor, when I came back, I always feel extremely tired. It's about me, it's like that. It's always like that. I always feel extremely tired and I cannot do anything else during the day. So
That sounds.
that sounds bad, yeah. Okay, folks, please.
Let's try
What
go to the nature.
nature? Go to nature or the
Yeah.
nature. Careful.
Go to the nature.
No.
Go
Nature.
to
There's no the.
go to.
Thiên nhiên không có đờ đằng trước, không có cái thiên nhiên, chiếc thiên nhiên nha. So nature
Oh,
doesn't have the before that. Be careful with that.
yeah. Nature.
Không có the nature nha. So tell us please, Mr. Phúc, what colors are the walls of the room in your home? And you like it? Hello, Phúc, I'm asking you.
Hello. My white is the main color of
Yes.
my room. White is the main color of my room, and I said before, I don't like white because it's quite like when it's dirty, it's
Blank.
difficult to clean and difficult to clean. So I don't like white, but my parents don't give me a choice.
It's get dirty very easily. Yep. You know why Vietnamese people love the color white? One of the reason, I think
it's cheap.
it's cheap. Yeah, it's cheaper, yes. And then it fits with almost anything you put in the room. Yeah. And it
Yeah,
doesn't go
yeah.
it doesn't really go out of fashion, you know. Out of fashion, nó không có bị đề mốt, không có bị lỗi mốt. Bị lỗi mốt. And then also I have one more reason I think. It is because Vietnamese people are very obsessed with being white. Người Việt Nam cực kỳ bị gọi là cuồng cái chuyện trắng luôn á, cuồng trắng kinh khủng lắm luôn á. That's why a lot of Vietnamese people try to become brighter, look brighter in the skin, look brighter everywhere. They try to avoid the sunlight, you know, and they try to go to what's it called? Skin doctor. We call them dermatologist. We call them skin doctor. Bác sĩ da liễu. And then try to get brighter skin, or they can go get plastic surgery, giải phẫu thẩm mỹ.
Plastic.
Yes, it's called plastic surgery. To get plastic surgery, to get a plastic surgery, đi giải phẫu thẩm mỹ, and then they want to look much better. You know, that is doable, but it's of course expensive. And Asian people in general, they want to be looking like white people, you know. Người châu Á nói chung bị một cái tật, đó chính là obsessed with white, và luôn muốn nhìn giống người da trắng. Tại vì họ luôn nghĩ là đen đen hơn là cái người mà hạ đẳng hơn và nghèo hơn. Well, that is something that is in the mind of a lot of Asian people. They like to be whiter because it makes them look like the white people, the European, the American. And it makes them look less like a poor farmer. Nobody wants to look poor, you know? Meanwhile, the white people in their country, like for example America or Europe, a lot of women and men want to become darker. You know why? Because they think that being too white, you know, if their skin is too pale, nhợt nhạt màu, if they think their skin is too pale, you look weak and you look unhealthy. That is actually quite true too. Nếu mà da mà quá nhợt nhạt màu, người ta sẽ nói là bị bệnh á, ốm bệnh á. So that's why a lot of white people, they want to get a tan skin. A tan skin, da rám nắng. They want to get a tan skin, so they go to the beach a lot. They try to get the sun, you know. Try to get as much sunlight as possible. That's what they do. It's funny, right?
Yeah.
Funny if you think about it. Okay, so Mr. Fook, please. Do you know what color your friends like most? Mr. Fook, please.
Yes, I heard, but I don't know which friends. Like,
oh, just talk about some of your friends. Like
I
the friends
have.
you hang out with, the friend you hang out with. You know what color they like? Something like that?
Yes. I think my friend's favorite color is
Yes.
brown. I think my friend's favorite color is brown.
Brown, interesting.
Yes.
Is it the color of the of clothes, or is it the color that normally?
Yes, the color of the clothes. Like when
Hmm.
he hang out with me, he usually wear brown, and when I go to his house, I see a lot of
I saw
brown
a lot of.
clothes. I saw a lot of brown clothes.
Interesting. I used to like the color brown too because it fits with a lot of different colors, you know. It can fit with green, it can fit with yellow, it can fit with white, it can fit with even black, any color. So brown is very easy to fit with other color, you know. Also brown, I think. Yeah, I used to like brown a lot too. I understand that. Now, so Young, how about you? Do you know what color your friends like most?
So there are two of my best friends.
Bet.
Best
Two of my best friends.
best
Lại best friend rồi, lại best friend rồi. Two of my gì?
Best friend.
Best, st. Two of my
Best friend.
best friend.
So one day and one so she loved the purple because it's natural
She
and
loved the purple or she loved purple. Careful.
she loved purple.
She loved purple. Màu nó không có the đằng trước nha. Không có the yellow, the green, the red. No. We don't say that. We say red, green, yellow. We don't say the green, the red, the yellow. Okay, so try again. So Young, do you know what color your friends like most?
So there are two of my best friends. One she loved purple, which is easily for everything she does because it's easy to pick. And one
It's
so he's
easy for anything. It's easy for everything she does, right?
yes. And
Anything
one
else?
one is keen on brown, like light brown, nearly like
Like this?
like the human skin. No, it's lighter. The lighter brown. And so it's easy for him
Hard for me to get this brown right.
to make art and have an easy flow for every day he does. Yeah.
It's hard to get this color right. Like, it's very hard for me to get this color into, like, you know, brown, exactly like that color brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, nearly, but not the same. Anyway, so Young, tell me, do you think color reflect people's personality? To reflect people's personalities, phản ánh
I think
tính cách con người. Do you think colors reflect people's personalities?
I think yes, but just a little because there's still some people they are really range, like aggressive guy.
Aggressive what?
Aggressive person, but he loves pink maybe, but he's still an aggressive person. Sometimes people just love the color that opposite to them, to their personality. Yeah.
Okay, like for example, can you give example?
Maybe it's some
like what? If you like the color white, I think those people tend to be neutral. They are not too extreme. They like to make friends with everyone, I think. And they like to fit in with the crowd, I think. To fit in with the crowd. Thích hòa mình với đám đông. They don't want to stand out for the crowd. Không thích là tách biệt với đám đông. Or maybe something like that. Try it. Yeah. Trời ơi.
I think
Nghỉ mấy buổi rồi xong nghỉ mấy buổi.
So I think someone like love blacks, like some emo girls or emo boys. They love blacks sometimes, but they love the pink too because it makes their life more peace. I think so.
Yes, I like to wear black a lot, especially when I go to work.
I'm too lazy to wear it. It's hard to.
Say again? It's what?
Wear black is actually really hard.
It is, because black, the color black absorbs a lot of sunlight, absorb light very well. Cái màu đen á, nó hấp thụ ánh sáng rất là tốt luôn. So light absorbs, black absorbs light very well, so it means that you feel very hot after a hot day outside, of course. It's true, but I still prefer wearing black anyway. Anyway, so tell us about color, please, Miss Yu. Do you think colors reflect people's personalities?
Well, I think for some people, yes. I have many friends, and I can see that for each person they have a different taste of color.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the people who nổi loạn này,
The people who rebel. You know the word rebel, right? To rebel
yeah,
against something or someone. Nổi loạn, chống lại ai đó hoặc cái gì đó. So people who like to rebel, or you can use the adjective rebellious. Rebellious. I think it's one L, right? Rebellious moment. Let me check this word.
The people who are rebelliously wear black and white.
It's double L, yeah, it's double L, rebellious. Mang tính nổi loạn. The people who are rebellious, yes.
Have a tendency to wear strong colors.
Mm-hmm. But why do you
And
think so?
because
like, for
that
example,
might
red. For example, red.
no, not red. So I think there are two main types of people, like the one who want to stand out from the crowd, and the one who like to fit in with the
Fit in
crowd.
with the crowd, yep. And
people who are rebellious.
People who are rebellious, what do?
They often wear strong colors such as black and I'm not sure, but besides, I think somehow it also depends on the mood.
Yes.
That day. So I think somehow colors reflect people's personality and thoughts and mood.
Mood, yes. All right, so Mr. Folk, do you have an idea? Do you think colors reflect people's personalities?
I think
Since you said you hate the color white, there has to be a reason why, I think.
no, because it's dirty and it's difficult to clean. I think that color couldn't reflect people's personalities. Like
Yes.
I like blue because as like nhẹ nhàng.
Because it's quite mild. So
It's
it
quite
can
mild.
also make people who like white, often I can think of some adjectives. They can be quite, how can I say, naive.
Naive.
Naive là giống như là dễ dụ á. Dễ dụ, ngây thơ, trong trắng. They can be quite naive. If I say it, maybe I'm wrong, okay? They can be quite naive, and then they like to be friends with everyone, but probably, you know, can be a bit gullible. Dễ bị dụ. Gullible, I think. Moment, I need to check this.
Gullible.
Can be a bit gullible. Dễ bị lừa. Nhẹ dạ cả tin. they can be gullible. It's easy to get fooled by other people. That's what I think. What do you think, Mr. Fook? Think about the people who like the color yellow, color green, or blue, or something like that, you know?
I think like just a small sense of like maybe just a like I don't think color could wait I don't think color reflect people's personalities. Maybe it's just a little bit percent, but like for me, that I like blue because it's my phone, but my personality is like
Personality, my
is
personality. My
not
personality.
my personalities is like I was easily to get angry and
Right.
and I sometimes I feel depressed.
You feel what?
So
Sometimes I feel what?
kiểu hơi áp lực,
Ảo tưởng không?
không hơi áp lực.
Áp lực. Sometimes I feel quite stressed. Sometimes I feel very stressed out. Yes. Còn một cái nữa, các bạn song ngư có thể rất là dễ bị dính phải, đó chính là ảo tưởng sức mạnh. Well, so one thing that people who are born in March, Pisces, zodiac sign, often have, that is, they can be illusional. They can quite be illusional. We'll check this word out. Illusional. Oh, no, I don't know why. They just automatically change. No, it's delusional. Believing things that are not true. Họ tin vào những thứ mà nó không có thật. Delusional. Ảo tưởng á. Sometimes they can be quite delusional. So they believe in things that are not true. Or they have dreams that are untrue, you know, những cái giấc mơ không có thật. Anyway, so tell us please, Mr. Dương, do you think different colors have different meanings? Em có nghĩ những màu khác nhau nó có những cái ý nghĩa khác nhau không?
I think yes, but in just one color, they have in any country they have every many meanings. Like red in my country is maybe for the lucky, for blood, for the for money,
Yes.
and for maybe like lovers. But in another country, it's mean for sexy,
Sexy.
war, aggressive, or maybe brutal things. And so actually colors have their own meaning in every country. I think so.
I think so too. So tell me, Miss Ye, what do you think? Do you think different colors have different meanings?
Yes, of course. Of course, each color refers to a sense of feelings. So
A sense of what?
when refer to a feelings. Sorry.
Each color can refer to a different feeling. Like for example, if you feeling blue, you know, people say if you feel very blue, it means you are feeling gloomy, sad, you know.
Yeah.
Feeling blue, yeah.
When you look at a color, you can feel, you can sense the feeling that color bring to you. For example, like the the orange and yellow, so you can think about the young, the energy,
Yes, the energy, the enthusiasm, cái sự nhiệt huyết, enthusiasm. Anything else?
And when you look at the dark colors like gray or black, you can have a feeling of dangerous.
The end of humanity. You think about death. You think about the end of humanity.
Doomsday.
Okay. Maybe I'm just joking. Okay. But I haven't seen anybody who like color gray actually. Chưa thấy ai thích màu xám luôn á.
Mình.
You do?
Actually the gray of mouse lông chuột ơi, màu xám lông chuột ơi.
Your mouse?
Màu xám lông chuột em không biết tiếng Anh là gì.
The fur, I think the fur of the mouses or of mice. The fur of mice. The fur color. Let's just say the fur color of mice.
The
But
fur
you know,
color.
There are different kind of mice, you know, different kind of rats.
Gì?
But I think you're talking about the gray color of the mice. Yeah.
Yes, more. Yeah. I think that's gray. That kind of gray is nice. It's neutral and easy to mix.
Yeah, even though it can be a bit boring. Yeah.
By the way,
Like
so
example,
when we look at different colors, we can feel different. We can refer to different things related to that colors.
I see. All right. So, Phúc, is there any color that have special meanings in your country? Có những cái màu nào mà có ý nghĩa đặc biệt trong đất nước mình không? Think about yellow, which is often seen during Tết holiday or Lunar New Year. I think it's better to use the word Lunar New Year, you know, because it's more English. Yellow, we always see like yellow color, yellow flowers, you know, during like Lunar New Year. We see red as well. We also see red a lot in red envelope, you know. Nó gọi là hồng bao á, hồng bao lì xì á, red envelope. We see red what? Câu đối đỏ.
Flowers.
Red envelope, red. I don't know what that thing people just stuck on the walls with some text on it. I don't remember what it's called, but I don't think you need to know that as well. Just red envelope, red clothes,
Red flowers.
red flowers. Yes. Wait, we have a special name for that flower. I think nó có một cái hoa mà nó có chuyên dùng cho Giáng sinh mà nó có màu đỏ. There's a Christmas flower that looks red. I think there's a name for that. Oh.
Huh?
Why things are always like this? They always check if I'm a robot or not. Terrible. It is called. Do you know this color? This kind of flower? The Christmas something.
I knew, but forgot. The name is beautiful.
Sorry?
I know this flower. The name of it is beautiful. I forgot, but I knew.
Oh yeah, now you know the name. It's actually poinsettias. 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 You can see it a lot during Christmas. And I'm not so sure if this one is easy to grow or not, but I like this color red. Yeah, not too much. Actually, it's actually quite good. Mấy cái hoa nó đẹp mà, nó dùng Giáng sinh.
Ở Đà Nẵng trang trí hoa này.
Wow, Đà Nẵng, you have these kind of flowers? Great.
Yes.
Okay, so Miss Yo, can you talk about this one? Any color that have special meaning in your country?
Of course. So in my country, the very very popular color in Lunar New Year is yellow and red. So for Vietnamese, red can refer to lucky,
Luck can refer to luck.
can refer to luck, wealthy,
Wealth.
and wealth. And with yellow, I don't know since when. Since I have awareness about the world. I see yellow colors, yellow flowers, in Lunar New Year. So, but I'm not sure I understand the meanings of it. I think because it's bright, it looks like gold. I'm
Like a
not
goat?
sure.
Really? Như một con dê hả?
No, I mean gold.
Look like golden. It looks golden, right?
Yes,
It looks
gold.
golden.
Em tưởng nhìn
Cái
giống
màu
hồng mai.
vàng kim loại á, vàng kim loại á. It looks golden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Em không biết cái ý nghĩa của cái màu vàng là gì thầy, hay là
well, gold is basically the color yellow represents the king, you know, the king in Asian culture. Trong văn hóa phương Đông thì là màu vàng là cái màu tượng trưng cho hoàng gia mà. So there used to be a time when no common people are allowed to wear anything that has the color yellow, you know, because only the royal family is allowed to wear anything yellow, you know. But now it's different. I think the color yellow represents changes, new coming changes, luck, something like that, you know. All right, let's move on to test 2 now. All right, so try something. 42, 41, I think. Okay, try 41. Describe a time that you gave advice to others. Miêu tả một cái thời điểm mà bạn đã cho người khác lời khuyên. Remember, this one is a past, okay? In the past. Trong quá khứ nha. You should say when it was. Thời điểm nào vậy? To whom you gave the advice. Bạn đã cho cái lời khuyên này với ai? Cho ai? What the advice was. Cái lời khuyên là lời khuyên gì vậy? Explain why you gave the advice. Giải thích tại sao bạn lại cho cái lời khuyên đó. And you have part 3 here. Should people prepare? Should people prepare before giving advice? Con người ta có nên chuẩn bị trước khi mà cho lời khuyên hay không? Hay là cho bừa là được? So it means like, should people think carefully and prepare, like read online materials, read about the problems that the other people may have, đọc tài liệu trên mạng, đọc vào những thứ gì mà người ta có thể gặp phải before they give advice or not. And you should give examples. Like for example, advice about what to eat, advice about what to wear, advice about finance, you know. Lời khuyên về finance á, mà cái cho bừa là chết chắc. Người ta lỡ tin theo một phát, người ta phá sản sao? Like finance, advice about finance. If people trust in you and they if they go bankrupt, that will be extremely bad, right? Think about that. Now, next question. Is it good to ask advice from strangers online? Có tốt để mà hỏi lời khuyên từ những người lạ mặt trên mạng hay không? Well, they're always good and bad in everyone, you know. Think about different situations. Like one day, If I ask for advice from people online, I can know that their opinions, their honest opinions, because according to new research, people are much more likely to be honest to say what they really think to strangers because there is no repercussions or consequences. Nó không có hậu quả gì cả. Tại vì đâu có liên quan gì đó đâu. Không cần phải nói dối, không cần phải lấy lòng. Because they don't have any, there's no repercussions or consequences if they talk to strangers. So they can just give honest advice. They don't have to keep face, giữ mặt, giữ thể diện. They don't have to say nice words and white lies. Không cần phải nói những cái lời hay ý đẹp và những cái câu lời nói dối trắng. Tức là những lời nói dối mà không gây ra thiệt hại, không gây ra cái hậu quả nào, nhưng mà con người ta thích nghe nó. White lies are lies that does not cause any damage, but people like to hear it. Like the most white lies that I can hear, it's about appearance of the others and about the abilities of other people. Cái lời nói dối trắng mà thầy hay nghe nhất đó chính là nói về ngoại hình người khác hoặc là về cái khả năng người khác. Ồ, bạn này giỏi quá. Ồ, hôm nay chị đẹp nhỉ. Oh, you're so beautiful today. Oh, your son, your daughter is so good. Oh my God, it's like that. You know, these are white lies. It doesn't cause any harm, but people like to listen to it, you know. So what I mean is that when you ask strangers online, there's no repercussion. People don't have to keep face, say nice word and white lies, you know, they don't have to do that. So they can give very honest advice that can be quite helpful to you. Like for example, one day I asked for advice about buying a product online, and some online reviews, they said don't buy this because the quality of the product is not that great. This is false advertising. Quảng cáo láo, quảng cáo sai sự thật. And of course I trust in that because those online reviewers, they are not not affiliated with the sellers. Họ không có liên quan gì cả đối với cái người mà bán hàng cả. They are not affiliated with the sellers, so they don't have to keep face. Không phải giữ mặt, giữ thể diện. So they can say honest words, you know. So a lot of the cases can be good, but you have to be careful because online now there are a lot of people who how can I say talk bad or give terrible advice. Có rất là nhiều người trên mạng họ nói xấu hoặc là cho những cái lời khuyên rất là tồi tệ luôn đó. Those people are often affiliated with the opponents of the sellers, you know. Những người đó thường có liên quan những đối thủ của những người bán hàng đó. And people try to defame others, dìm hàng người khác. Dìm người khác xuống. It's like defame others. Some people, they like to defame others for their benefits, you know. So you shouldn't be careful when you ask advice from strangers online as well, especially in Facebook groups. Đặc biệt là những cái nhóm Facebook á, chim lợn hoặc là seeding đầy nhóc luôn á. Alright, so you should give examples of based on what I just said, okay? Third question. What are the personalities of people whose jobs is to give advice to others? Cái tính cách của những người mà có công việc là họ cho người khác lời khuyên là tính cách như thế nào? Like the people who always listen and give advice to others, what do you think they should have? What kind of qualities? What personalities? And why? Should they be very, how can I say, impatient? Họ có nên là những người mà không kiên nhẫn không? Should they get angry easily? Something like that, you know? Think about that. And you can give some examples. Now, fourth question. What are the problems if you ask too many people for advice? Có vấn đề gì không nếu bạn hỏi quá nhiều người, hỏi lời khuyên từ quá nhiều người? Think about gọi là gì ta? 9 người 10 ý. Think about when you ask several people, different people, they have different opinions. So sometimes you can get very confused. You can get even more confused if you encounter conflicting opinion. Nếu mà các bạn gặp phải những nhận định đối nghịch nhau thì các bạn sẽ gặp gọi là một cái gọi là bị rối lắm. You will get very confused if you encounter conflicting opinions. What are the problems? If you ask more and more people, it can take much longer to make a decision, you know. Decision. Nó có thể nó tốn nhiều hơn, rất là lâu để mà quyết định nếu mà các bạn cứ hỏi người này người kia. Nếu các bạn bị cái tật gọi là lưỡng lự á. If you have the problems, if you encounter a problem of making. Alright, so after some technical problem, I'm back here. We were talking about what are the problems if you ask too many people for advice, right? Okay, so I told you that it's sometimes difficult to make a decision. Cái phần mà thầy viết cái đoạn chat nó bị mất rồi nha. You should copy the part that I wrote in the chat function before the technical problem. Các bạn nào copy đi. Để Dương copy cái phần đó lại cho thầy để đưa lên trên cái nhóm đi.
Có thể của em nó cũng bị xóa rồi thầy.
Hả?
Vừa nãy cũng bị out nữa.
Hồi nãy bị out hết ra luôn á thầy.
Oh, everyone is out. Oh, okay. So you have to watch the video to get those back, okay? Các bạn phải coi lại video mới coi lại mấy cái đó được. Tại vì cả nguyên lớp bị out hết mà. Okay, so now, so the problem if you ask too many people for advice, of course, I said there could be it takes longer to make a decision. Tốn lâu hơn để mà quyết định. And if you ask too many people for advice, you can be what? There can be beneficial or harmful pieces of advice. So there's a chance to make mistakes. Nó có một cái cơ hội, nó có một cái xác suất để mà phạm lỗi khá cao đấy. If you ask too many people for advice, you know, a lot of people they don't have the knowledge and the skill required to give good advice, you know. Rất là nhiều người không có đủ kỹ năng và kiến thức để mà họ cho cái lời khuyên tốt. Cho nên nhiều khi họ cho lời khuyên bừa là chết đó. Các bạn nào mà hay lạc đường, hỏi đường sẽ hiểu được điều này. Hỏi người này người kia tự nhiên chỉ đường tùm lum á. Wow. Next one. Can you give an example of a bad piece of advice? Một cái lời khuyên xấu. Remember the word advice is uncountable, okay? Nó không đếm được nha. So you have to use a piece of advice. Mình phải dùng là một lời khuyên, a piece of advice. Okay? Give examples of a bad piece of advice. Bạn có thể cho một cái ví dụ về một cái mẫu lời khuyên, một cái lời khuyên không tốt không? Okay, so you should think about this one. Okay, I'll give you some times. Okay, let's do it. Okay, Miss Diệu, please, can you describe a time that you gave advice to others?
Well, I would like to talk about an occasion when my friend, a foreigner friend, asked me about advice for his trip holiday to Vietnam, and he asked me which places, which provinces
Province. Province. Which
provinces,
provinces he should visit, right?
yeah, which provinces he should visit. And I travel. I never travel. I used to travel a lot around Vietnam. So I think that moment, I think, oh, I think he picked the right one to ask
He
because,
picked the right person to ask you.
yeah, the right person. Um, so I told him that he should go to visit Hà Giang province because the culture and the nature is amazing there.
It's
And
amazing
because
there.
because my friend like the road trip because he's a biker and he will rent a bike. So I told him that he should go to Hà Giang and make a loop.
Make a what?
Làm một cái vòng với thầy, đi một vòng quanh Hà
Make a
Giang.
loop. To make a loop. Okay.
Yeah,
To make
make
a
a
loop.
loop in 3 days.
Just 3 days, sure about it?
Yeah, that's enough because there are other places to visit and they are also which significant. They are also beautiful as well. They are beautiful as well.
I see. Right. That's why you gave it advice. You gave it advice.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, Yoon, please describe a time that you gave advice to others, please.
At that time, I give advice to my friends about love advice because he just.
After I gave the advice to my friend about.
I gave my friend about love advice because he just broke up, and I help him pass it and give him advice to move on, find someone else, try to eat something else after that, and from and I actually give advice to him because he's my best friend. I been
I had
with
been
I have
hanging
I have been
out. I had been
I've been
hanging out with him for several years, something like that.
yeah 7 years and helping a lot. So at his track, I helping him. I have a lot of advice. I think maybe good or maybe bad. I don't know, but he still he still accepted and he
And
thank
he's
you
still my
me. He
friend, right?
thank
And
yeah.
he's
He's
still
still
my
my friend
friend,
until
right?
now. Yes.
Wow. At least he's still your friend.
Yeah.
Wow, okay,
Luckily.
so... Luckily, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Phúc, your turn, please. Can you describe a time that you gave advice to others?
No. Wow. It was like all of my advice was but my friends always ask me to give them advice. I think my like kiểu lời khuyên hay nhất của
Try to speak English.
my
Ask me for my best opinion or my best advice, right? Because they believe that I have the knowledge to give a good advice, right?
yes. It was 2 months ago. Out of town, we have a mid semester.
Semester, I'm down. My semester, in the mid-semester.
So my friend asked me if my friend asked me
Yes.
like my friend just uh have low like he received a bad point in his examinations, and he
Hơn một phút
saw
rồi.
an
More than a minute already. Much more than a minute already. Làm lại đi. Try it again. It's more than 3 minutes actually. Describe a time that you gave advice to others. Please.
this was 2 months ago. At the time we had
We
we was having mid-semester examinations, and my friends have
had
had received a bad score, and he saw that I have a high score, and he asked me to that he asked me how can I have a
how
high
I
point.
could how he could
How I could
ask
have
me how he could achieve a better score, right?
yes,
How he could achieve a better score.
achieve a better score. And I advise that he just need to like
To do what?
kiểu chuối, tự nhiên quên từ chuối.
To pay attention. He just needed to pay more attention.
He just need to pay more attention in the lessons and do all the homework. Maybe he can receive a better score.
He get a better score, I say. Okay, good enough. Anyone else? You? Is that your turn now?
No,
Em là cuối cùng rồi đó thầy.
Okay, you're the last one. Okay, so Miss Yu, please. So should people prepare before giving advice? What do you think?
Well, definitely, people should prepare.
Prepare. Be careful.
Prepare their advice before giving it to anyone, because you need to understand the person who you are giving the advice
to, right? Who you giving advice to, right?
Yeah, and what kind of advice, like what kind of field you will
They're
give,
working in,
because
what kind of field they're working in, right?
yeah, because you have to have to have experience, and I think it must be you must be wisely.
It must be what?
Thông thái.
Sorry, I
Wise.
don't understand. It must be a wise one. Must be a wise advice. Một cái lời khuyên thông thái. You know what's different between wise and intelligence, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Please continue.
And also be thoughtful, because the way they receive your advice is very important. If you don't understand what you are giving, so it could cause the negative consequences.
A lot of negative consequences, I see. I agree, because sometimes it can be really bad if you give wrong pieces of advice, especially when it comes to money. Right, so what do you think, Mr. Young? Is it good to ask advice from strangers online?
I think yes, because nowadays online they're easy to having they they say the truth. So maybe ask online is the best way.
Asking people online? So
Asking
asking people online might be the best
Okay.
way. The best
Maybe the
way.
maybe the best way. And
Anything else?
I think no.
Okay, what do you think, Mr. Phúc? Is it good to ask advice from strangers online? I'm not convinced, okay? Because this question needs to be answered longer. And also you need to split into several examples, like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes, you know. Okay, Mr. Phúc, is it good to ask advice from strangers online?
Well, actually, I think you shouldn't ask advice from stranger. Maybe they like you don't know, you don't even know them, so maybe they can give bad advice. But in the other hand, maybe you will maybe you're lucky you can see a good stranger and they will.
A good stranger. I'm
Yes,
sorry,
and
but
they,
Phúc, your background is very noisy.
yeah.
So whoever is on your background is really noisy, you know. Okay, so you said something about bad piece of advice. Yes, what's that?
Uh, uh, that I think that we shouldn't ask advice from stranger online because you don't even know them and maybe they will give bad advice. But in the other hand, I think that
On
maybe
the other hand.
yeah,
On the other hand. It's on the other hand, Phúc. Yes, Phúc, please continue. Don't stop. Hello.
in the other hand,
On the other hand. Nó là on với in.
other hand,
It's on the other hand. Yes.
on the other hand,
Yes.
maybe you're lucky you can like you can like you mất ý tưởng.
You can what?
Like you're lucky and you met a good stranger and they will give you good
Yes, I
advice.
am often that kind strangers who give advice. You know, I'm often that kind stranger who give advice to people. Anyway, so Miss Yeo, please. So what do you think? What are the personalities of people whose job is to give advice to others? What do you think?
Well, I think the personality of people whose job is to give advice is very special, are very special. So they must be thoughtful and they empathize with other and
They emphasize they empathize others, to empathize for others, I think.
yeah,
Okay,
and they
check
must
this word out. It comes with a preposition. Nó đi kèm với lại một cái
empath giống như empath.
empathize. To empathize with the others. Sorry. To empathize with.
Tính từ là empathized.
Sorry. Yeah.
Tính từ của nó.
The adjective is empathized. I know. Or you can use the word empathetic, I think, maybe. Empathetic is having the ability to imagine how someone else feel. Có khả năng mà mường tượng ra được người khác sẽ cảm thấy cái gì. Đó chính là giống như là biết đặt bản thân vào cái gót giày của người khác rồi đó, và về cái địa vị của người khác rồi đó. Empathetic.
Yeah.
So you should use the word empathetic, friend, I think.
They must be thoughtful, empathetic, and wisely.
And wise.
And wise. Especially, they must be experts in your domain.
Sorry, they must be.
They must be an
Empathetic.
No, chuyên gia trong
They
lĩnh
must
vực
be a
khoa học.
professional in their field, right?
In their field. So
Of course.
in that way, they can be the best person to give advice to others.
Of course. If you don't know about it, you should never give advice. That's what I believe in.
Yes.
If you don't know anything about it, you should never give advice to people because it could produce a lot of problems, you know. There could be more problems than you could ever solve. Alright, so we were here, but I don't know why we are dragged all the way here. I click on the wrong button, you see. Okay, so Phúc, please. Dương, please. What are the problems if you ask too many people for advice? What do you think?
I think you will be like don't know how to do with it because you have too many choice with your problem.
Too many choices.
Too many choices with your problem. Too many ways for you to solve it, and you don't know how to solve it directly, correctly. And if you're not a good person to sort that advice, it will not be okay if you take all that advice to you.
Okay.
And if you don't took just one people advice, another people, if they know that, they will be like upset sometimes.
Upset hay upset?
Upset.
They will very upset. Âm đầu nha, nhớ âm đầu. Upset.
Ủa vậy à? Con tưởng xài đó là upset thôi.
No, it's upset.
Upset, okay.
They will be very upset.
Upset.
Really?
Upset.
Yeah.
Upset, really? Will be upset. Upsetting.
Yeah.
And upset, really?
Yeah.
Worried, unhappy, angry, but why is upset or upset? Will be upset. Why? Okay, now I know something. Now it's upset. See, sometimes we can be confused. Alright, so upset will be very upset with the result, isn't it?
Yes.
So tell us please, Yoon, can you give an example of a bad piece of advice?
A bad piece of advice.
Yes.
Maybe like put money in the like
Đầu tư tất cả
Bitcoin.
vào trái phiếu.
Yeah. Yeah.
To put all your money into one investment, into one place, like FLC.
Bitcoin or some things like that.
Or something like that. Put all of your money in one place. Oops, it's a terrible piece of advice, you know. Người ta nói là không bao giờ nên để hết trứng vào cùng một rổ. Because they say that never put all of your eggs in one basket. You know, because you can lose it all. Mất hết á, mất là mất hết. If you lose it, you lose it all. Alright, so Phúc, please, can you give an example of a bad piece of advice?
My neighbor usually said that you don't need to study. You need to study. Earn money is easy, so you don't need to study.
Oh, really? Earning money is so easy. You don't need to study much. Look at me. I don't need to study, but I can still make money much. Is that what she said? You know, people always say that. Like some people, they are just really good with, you know, making a living, even though they don't have any education. But that doesn't mean that they can give advice that people should not study, you know? So continue, please, Phúc.
I think it's bad advice.
Okay, but you should talk more about it, Phúc. Come on.
Nói gì nữa giờ?
Like, why do you think it's a bad piece of advice? And what could be the consequences? Có hậu quả nào hay không nếu con người ta tin vào nó? Something like that. You know, come on. Come on, you can do it.
I can't. I think that my neighbor is just quit study, so he said that to he gave me that advice to like to make me think that earn money is easy, so I don't need to
Earning
study.
money is easy, so...
Yes.
Okay, you please, can you give an advice? I mean, an example of a bad piece of advice. Hỏi nhiều cho lời khuyên, hỏi nhiều cho lời khuyên. Tự nhiên cái hỏi nhiều cho lời khuyên á. Okay. Okay, Mitsuyo, can you give an example of a bad piece of advice, please?
Well, that piece of advice could be when you ask people for which field you should study, and
Oh, of course.
they will give the advice they think. They will say you should choose. They say this field and that field, but that their interest, not yours. So they may say, oh, you should choose finance,
Finance, những ông hai nha.
finance, finance, or economic fields. So when after graduating, you can earn more money than other fields. I don't think that's a good advice.
Wow, that's a lot of people follow bad advice about choosing a job, and then they end up understanding that they should never have listened to that advice. Like, for example, a lot of people think that pharmacists make a lot of money. And guess what? I'm a pharmacist myself, and I quit my job and be an IELTS teacher instead. Well, things happen. Remember that no job is easy. Remember that. If you are really good in your field, you can earn a lot of money. It doesn't matter what job. Không cần biết công việc nào đâu, miễn sao mình thật là giỏi thì mình cũng kiếm được nhiều tiền thôi. Don't worry about it, what kind of job it is. Like, for example, when ChatGPT appears on the market, if you are good in your field, you are not afraid to lose your job, because ChatGPT will only do things that are very generic. Nó sẽ cho mình những cái câu hỏi mà nó rất là generic, nó rất là chung chung thôi, chung đại khái thôi. Oh, Phúc, you have something to do? Yeah, we can end here actually, because I'm a bit tired too, and I'm sure we have practiced enough. Okay, class?
Okay.